All right, y'all. It is 5:15. 今は5時15分です。今はジムで私を行きます。6時に6時にホテルで私を帰ります。6時本に、日本語を勉強します。1時間勉強します。でも、ジムで日本語を10分勉強します。So pretty much what I said. Right now it is 5:15. We are about to head to the gym. We're going to come back around 6 o'clock. Then we're going to study for an hour. But we are changing something today. We are going to hit our kanji actually on the treadmill today. So I've been doing a transformation challenge, and this is the last week. And this is also the official start of my cut going forward for the next 3 months. So we're going to be cutting calories a decent amount. And with that, we're going to have to be doing more cardio. So lately I've only been doing like 10 minutes of cardio, give or take, and we're about to be bumping that time up to about 25 to 30 minutes. So we don't waste any time at the hotel. We don't waste any time at the hotel. We are going to do some kanji while we are actually on the treadmill. So that's what I think I'm going to be doing going forward, and maybe even doing my Anki while I'm on the treadmill. Well, actually I won't be doing Anki because I'll be recording during that time. But going forward, we will be on a cut. So that means we're going to be cutting our food, increasing cardio, trying to think what else. We're probably going to be going a little bit more intense in the gym, maybe some extra reps and sets. So we're going to kind of feel it out this week, see how we're liking it, see what our cut workouts are going to be. And from there, we are about to get majorly shredded because we have hit our all-time goal of a 315 bench. There's nothing better to do now to challenge myself and reward myself with an insane cut, so that way by summer vacation, I'm looking extremely shredded on the beach. So that is going to be our goal. Oh, we could say umi desu, which is like beach or ocean. So, 私は、shredded no. So we could say 私は海で shredded です。I'll be shredded at the ocean. So let's get to the gym. Let's get our workout out the way and some kanji done, and then we're going to come back and study. Alright, y'all, we just got done with our kanji and we did about 15 minutes of listening practice. I don't know how to say practice. 私はジムで日本語を聞きます。I listen to Japanese at the gym. 私はジムで漢字を勉強します。15分勉強します。切手は日本語のポッドキャストを15分勉強します。15聞きます。Pretty much, I listened for 15 minutes to a Japanese podcast, and I did 15 minutes of kanji. This is just a good thing to know that, you know, you can always make time in your day for any extra hobbies. I am personally the biggest biggest dude when it comes to making excuses on why I can't get things done or I don't have time. But doing this Japanese lessons as I combine my two hobbies, shufu, I forgot what hobbies was. I just heard it on the podcast. But as I combine these two hobbies, you got to learn how to balance the time. And sometimes, like for instance, today, I had a long work day. I got to the gym a little bit late. I had a longer workout, and now I'm starting a lot more cardio. So I had the option of saying, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to cut some of my Japanese down, and I'm gonna have to figure out to just maybe do like 20 to 30 minutes of Japanese a day. And honestly, that's just not a legitimate excuse because you could find a way to make things work. So in this instance, I now bring my iPad, I do my kanji while I am on the treadmill, and I do listening practice. And the cool thing is I'm doing N5 listening practice, and there's a lot of things I truly can't understand, but I'm starting to build up my vocab enough where I have a base and a vocab base of the N5 vocabulary that when I listen to these podcasts, sure, I can understand like maybe 60% to 70% of what they're saying, but the 30 to 40% of what I know gives context to the 60% that I don't understand, or 60% o wakarimasen. So with that, I can now do kind of use context to figure out sentences, and then I only have to look at the subtitles maybe like every 15 seconds or something like that. And then I use those words for context down the road, which helps me better memorize the word. So there's different strategies you could go about it. I personally like what I just did today. It was my first time to do it. So I could say, one day, ichi nichi ka ni, nihongo o gym, at the gym. I don't know how to say that. But it's my first time doing that and I enjoyed it. So I'm about to get showered and then we're actually going to be able to sit down and get another hour of Japanese in, combining everything, making an hour and a half Japanese a day. So good progress going and let's get after it. 今は7時45 It's 7:45. We're about to get our hour of Japanese. 一時間日本語を勉強します. I think our plan is we are going to put all these words in sentences. So we got a lot of kanji and we have a lot of vocab from other passages or my core 2000, everything else. So I think what I want to do is do something I've been avoiding for a long time. It's just building a bunch of sentences in my Anki deck and have a separate just Anki sentences deck. And we will go from there. So that way I could start using these in sentences and understanding them. So that's going to be my plan. We should be able to get a decent amount done in an hour. I'm not sure how much of these we will use, but we will go from there. So let's get after it. All right, y'all, we just finished up about an hour of working on these sentences, and it hasn't been the most productive, I'll be honest. This was taking a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take. I do think this is gonna be super beneficial when I finally get all this done, but I drastically underestimated how much time this is actually gonna take. So I think we've added only like 4 or 5 sentences. I just didn't understand how much it was actually going to take. But what I'm doing at this point is building conversations around things I would typically say. And then from there, I'm going to a text to audio and adding an audio file of a native speaker saying it. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. I'm not going to do a time lapse of it anymore just because it's going to be a long time lapse. So I'm gonna end the vlog probably right about here. そしては 晩ご飯を食べます and then I'm gonna eat some dinner. So that's my plan as of now. Pretty productive day so far. Tomorrow's gonna be a busy day and it's gonna be crammed all together because I have meetings at 12 o'clock in Waco, and then I have to go to Dallas for the rest of my meetings this week. So 明日は明日は12時仕事をします。そして私はダラスで仕事を行きます。I'll go to work in Dallas. Yeah, my brain's fried. I plan to catch y'all tomorrow though for our next vlog.